Hello. I will mute it just for a sec. All right. Hi guys. Hi Chili Bean. Hi Salome. Hi Box of Paint. Hi Susan. Hey guys. How are you? It's been a while. Hey, it's been a while. How are you? I'm good. I got my booster shot yesterday. And it went much better than the second shot. The second shot was... like, the nurse for the second shot was a bit of a butcher. Was in a bad way the first two, but the booster was just a sore. Oh, I'm glad. Yeah, that's what I have at the moment for the booster. It's mostly a sore arm. Kind of goes like up to the neck and down to the elbow. I don't quite know if there was like a bit of a fever or something because that was overnight. But and, I mean, it's not a great night if you can't roll around, so it's hard to tell if the discomfort of last night is just due to the fact that my arm was hurting or other stuff. I'm just glad it's done. I don't know why, but Quebec took its sweet time before letting people in my age group get the booster shot. I don't think the thing I'm looking for is in here. Okay, hold on.
Décide-toi.
Non, moi je veux pas.
Hein?
Si tu veux.
Ta chaise.
Non, c'est ma chaise, espèce de poêle. T'en as une chaise juste pour toi.
Tu peux-tu l'installer dessus?
Je vais essayer. Ita. Je vais sûrement chialer.
Nif, nif, nif.
Elle veut juste de l'amour.
Hey, on dirait. Elle est toute aplatie sur toi.
Hey baby.
Well, I'm stuck. Elle est toute contente.
Oh, bébé.
Tu veux juste décaler une minute?
Oui.
I have a bee. Oh, gros câlin, salut! Mais que...
Oui. Elle est toute collée, toute plate.
Oh, bébé. I have a very needy baby on me. Well, that's exciting. Hey, babu. Hey, my squeaky. You fais, my squeaky. Wow, that sounds really weird, Jellybean. Guillaume. Qu'est-ce que je fais, moi? Je sais pas si on peut se rendre à ta chaise, écoute. Oh my god. Okay. Non, hein? Qu'est-ce que je vais faire, moi? I wonder if you guys could feel it move just because it's supposed to be really cold.
C'est toujours ton jeu.
Je suis pris avec ma scooty. Elle veut absolument pas descendre. Glad to have him. My dad got COVID and nobody else in my house did. He was not. That's awesome. That's the whole point. Ah, gros câlin, hello. Elle est toute blottie, c'est vraiment cute. Les minettes. When I had the bad reaction to the flu jab, it was very much like that. Could feel it spreading out and moving around. And a couple of shots of migraine, I felt the same. I wonder if it's related to the temperature of it. Maybe it's like a combo of things like temperature, how quickly the person sends it in, stuff like that. I can't really show you this cat, but I wish I could. Qu'est-ce que tu fais, ma fille? Hey, baby. Hey, Ari, hi. Mon bras commence à être dead, mais je suis qu'est-ce qu'on fait dans ce temps-là? Allez ici. Allez. Allez, ma belle. Allez, mon beau bébé. Ouais. Allez, son papa, donne la main à ta fille. Je voulais pas descendre, j'étais bien, moi.
C'est bon, tu peux continuer à streamer, je vais m'en occuper.
Baby chat. Alright. Oh. Hey, Arlie, hi. I'm covered in cat hair now. Oh, t'es cute. T'es toute mignonne. I had an anti-dizziness shot after my first AstraZeneca, and that was something. Oh, my muscles twitch. Whoa. That nice side effect being yeah, that sucks. I wish I knew more about vaccines in general and immune responses, because I feel like a lot of this stuff is not from the vaccine itself, but from the body responding to the vaccine, if that makes sense. J'ai tellement de poils partout là. Ce chat voulait de l'amour. Hey Anastasia, hi! Hey Mikey, hello, hello! Hey guys! Yep, but it seems to have more side effect than other vaccines. I've never had side effect from other ones. Well, I don't think it's the vaccine. I think it's just the immune response to the COVID virus. There's really not that much in the vaccine itself that could trigger a response, except for the piece of the virus, and that's the whole point of it. Ah. So yeah, I think that's sort of the whole basis of it, and I kind of wish I would know more about all of this stuff. Oh, it's not a new core palette, it's the same one except that I replaced some of the colors. That's why I'm making a new little swatch card. This is the set when you buy it. It looks like, wow. I I managed to cut my swatch card exactly the same size without measuring. Okay. Yeah, so this is the basic layout of colors, but for the kind of stuff I'm painting at the moment, I really don't use these 3 colors. So I decided to like remove the extruded cakes. The cakes are really easy to remove from those pans, and I added 3 colors of my choosing, and that's why I'm remaking the card. Hey Yuri, hi! Well, technically it's not a virus particle, it's the protein that coats the COVID virus. That isn't, yeah. See, that's the part that I'm not super savvy about. I like to call it the forks. I don't know if you guys saw that video that went viral early on. Hey Lee, hi! Hey Tsukawa, I don't know if I said hi, but hi! Oh, that's awesome, Mikey. Yeah, the forks, I mean, they are though. I remember really enjoying biology in school and being quite like liking it enough that it would stick in my brain instead of being stuff like physics that would just go in one ear and out the other. Just lurking today. Okay, that's perfectly fine. The forks that binds us all together. Protein. So I have to wait a bit before adding the other swatches in. Okay, so I prepared more of these, like the backdrops for painting like gardens on it. And I tried 3 different base layers here. This one is supposed to be glow in the dark. It's this here. And these 3 are iFlow acrylics from Golden. I think Golden makes the best acrylics, and they make a really nice watercolor as well. I really like Core. So what have you guys been up to the last week? I took out my Princeton Heritage brushes after watching Otto's video from last week. check if my brother is going to uni again and my mom is teaching there again, so that's been a bit stressful. Yeah. Oh, a happy birthday to your dad. That's cool. Clive accepted a new role. It is awesome news, but put him in finance mention. Sorry. A lot of nodding like I'm following along. Oh no. Is he working from home? I mean, hopefully, yeah, but... I should have made a dent cleaning out my office studio space that everyone made into a storage room because of my husband. Oh, that's great! Reclaiming a bit of that space, that's great. I've been keeping my art brain busy doing these while I don't really know how to figure out the rest of it. Because, you know, sometimes you just want to play with the colors and make it into something that is still kind of nice to... Because you can just put color on paper and have fun with it, but I have a hard time justifying just doing that. Because I'm like, okay, what do I do with it after? So I feel like these are a bit more constructive. I have so many pens of all kinds, like enough to rival my watercolor. What do you use the pens for? Sounds like when I had to listen to my grandma tell the same stories for a couple of hours twice a week. Oof. The funny thing is that the thing is my weakness isn't any sort of art supplies, it's stuffed animal. Oh. a journal and have a bullet journal and a planner, so I guess my brain thought I need a lot of pens, but they were being stored haphazardly. Oh no. Yeah, when you forget what you have, it's very easy to just get more because it's like, well, I don't have any of this. Box of pens, box of inks, box of notebooks. Oh, I know what you mean. It's something I struggle with too, though. In phases, like I'm currently in a place where I'm able to like declutter some of these and have them for sale on Poshmark, and I'm good with it. Like it doesn't give me anxiety. It's so hard to find a good storage solution for pen. I agree. Or if there's a good one, it's really expensive. Some have to be stored flat and some vertical, yeah. Vertical is easy though. You can grab any kind of mug you have or get for cheap at the thrift shop, and you just plop the pins in there, easy. But horizontal is like stored flat is a more difficult to manage. My mom had a doll room for my whole life, and before I realized that I had done the same thing, only with the weird stuff I like. That sounds awesome, though. Oh, sorry, Susan, you can't put links directly in the chat, but you can share it on the Discord. Sorry. I have so many cat hairs in my eyes. Just realized the mods aren't there. Yeah, I know. Lise told me she couldn't be here, but I don't know if Otto is like blocked or something. I haven't gotten any message from her. Probably busy, or maybe she took a nap. It's kind of weird to keep in mind the time zones difference. Like for me, it's early afternoon, but for people in the UK, it's evening. Alex told me she would be unavailable this Saturday, so yeah, that's... So I'm the mod, I guess. Otto! Were your ears ringing? I just mentioned that oh, not much. You didn't miss much. I had some issues with my camera, so I started late, and then I had to cater to a very needy scout who wanted hugs. Yeah, Jellybean was just remarking that the mods aren't there, so I was explaining that Lise told me she couldn't be here, and I was like, I don't know, maybe Otto has issues with YouTube, so I was checking my phone to make sure you were not sending me messages being like, hey, I can't get in! And Lee's here. Dinner was when I'm like, what did you eat? It's such a weak swatch for such a bright color. Oh, yummy thigh. I'm gonna assume from the tin that you're painting with core. I am. I am painting with core over core. No, well, not core, golden. So yeah, I was giving a bit of context as to what these 4 backdrops are. One is phosphorescent green, and the other 3 are iFlow inks, all from Golden. So I wanted to try out if maybe if I stick with Golden products, like they work better together. I've been juggling you and idly browsing flooring and salvage sinks. Salvage sinks? What is that? I got a slice of carrot cake last night. Ooh. So yeah, I'm redoing the swatches because I don't really use these 3 colors when I'm painting this kind of stuff. So I popped the cakes out and put some colors I use more in there. And that's why I was redoing this little swatch card. Someone said in my video that Car should do my color wheel palette, but I have the round wells in this. Oh, yeah. There you go. Oh, secondhand, okay. The round well and circle, like these wells. I kind of missed when they would put the tubes in the bigger tins, because they would make fantastic sort of mixing palettes. And though I'm using Princeton Heritage because of you. I was watching a video and I was like, it's been a while since I've used these. I can't find my UV pocket light, which I'm gonna have to find if I want to test out to see if the phosphorescent background shows through the watercolor later on, but it is a really good brush. I feel like it kind of looks a bit silly when it's dry. Because it kind of looks like it's all even and then triangular, but when you wet it, that's when it gets this super nice point. Bucks of paint. So I was looking at your color wheel, Otto, and I had that a thought where I was like, but you kind of only need one pair that sort of neutralizes into dark gray or black. So I was curious to ask to you, Otto, and to people in chat, like, what do you get from working with a palette that every color has its complement in the palette? I got a bunch for Xmas and love them. Oh, the brushes, you mean? It's not that every color in a palette should have a complement. The 12 colors are the framework to which you put all... Oh, okay. I was really wondering because I was trying to think about the palettes I've worked with, and I felt like most of them would only have like ultramarine blue and burnt sienna as a kind of complementary colors. I mean, usually I wouldn't use all 34 colors or whatever fit in the palette all at once. Dang, that would be kind of a very extra. Being able to neutralize lots of colors is one purpose. The other is to make it easier to avoid making mud. Ugh. Mud! But usually a giving component to the main color I'm using in my piece. So you get to have full control of how neutralized or not neutralized the color is. Wow, hold on. Oh no! Bugs of paint. Yeah, I know what you mean. It's just I always get bogged down a bit because like when I read Making Mud, I sort of translate it automatically, and it's like faire de la boîte, and the only thing that comes to mind about that is just like, oh, but it's brown. So it's sort of just it's lost in translation a bit. So people, when I see people be like, oh, and it makes mud, and I'm like, but mud is just brown. That's the whole like brain fart moment. Who installs a sink at 4 feet? I would love a sink at 4 feet. That I would sort of, that would be way too high. The band of artists want vibrant colors, yeah. That's why the color wheel palette is useful, so you don't get surprise mud. It's like a color wheel, but in practical setup. Because you can straight up take one color and mix it with another and be like, oh, I see. Filling a wheel incorrectly is heresy. I was trying to find a good gouache mixing video, and one video a gal was using RGB, well, you mean red, yellow, blue, and saying it was nice and vibrant, but to me it looked all grey and blah. It is all grey and blah. When I hear mud, I think an ooky brown, not a pretty one. But that's the whole thing. I don't really consider a color ugly. So that's why it's extra unhelpful in my head. I should really try to make my own color wheel palette at some point, just to like figure it out through doing it. Hey, April, hi. Hey, Paulo! Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Hold on. It's kind of not funny, but funny at the same time. Hold on. Okay. Let me, hold on. I'll be right back, guys. I should be back. Hey, Joy! Hello! Wait, hold on, is it working? Oh no, wait. I have to do the... I have to keep it like that. Alright, that should work. It's kind of funny when you say it like that, Otto, because it's... I don't know about you guys, but when we were sent to the corner as kids, it's because we had done something that wasn't good. Like it was punishment. But here it's not punishment to have Otto in the corner. Hey Avery, hi! Sleep is becoming... Oh, that's awesome! So go have a great nap. Losing the fight against gravity, that's not great. Oh, look, can you guys see the whole gif? It's hilarious. Kinda. .4 feet, that's about... that's not very high, but I mean, I'm 5 feet tall, so... To me, that would be very high. Yeah, a meter is just over... Well, a feet is 30 centimeters, or close. It was under my midriff. But that's our odd human trick is 6'6" and I'm 5'10" and same. Whoa. Dude. Oh. I keep thinking like, why is my shoulder so sore? Is my posture really that bad? And then I remember it's the booster shot. It feels exactly like sore muscles. Maybe that's the whole thing too. How are you feeling after? I'm feeling mostly great. It feels a lot closer to the first shot than it does to the nightmare second shot I got. Like my shoulder is sore from neck to elbow, but that's about it. Like maybe a bit of like little bursts of being tired here and there. But if anything else happened, it was overnight and I didn't really notice or remember noticing. So I'm glad. I was kind of worried about getting another butcher nurse again. It was just like, I don't really feel like having a bruise on my arm for a whole month, you know? And oldie but a goodie YouTube Bowie. Let's Dance. That's a good one. Oh, I think someone is vacuuming upstairs. Blah. Why? I was switching on the booster. Yeah, that's what I figured. It's a different take on the Energizer Bunny for sure. Got stuck in a loop staring at that. just gonna stretch a bit. Or try to. Ouch. We're doing a whole house basically because damn 100 years old nonsense, and the last one is sticky tape fixes are collapsing. Oh no. Ugh. Oh, don't be, Jellybean. That's the shot. That's fine. Like, if it was random out of nowhere, I would be more worried, but it's just... I feel like someone, like, give me a great big punch on the shoulder.
Oh, two bean stretches.
That always looks so satisfying when you look at them stretch out their beans or do the really arched back. I'm like, oh, I wish I could stretch like that. I know, but it still sucks. Yeah. I have friends who were really unlucky and like they caught COVID just before they were supposed to get their booster. So that means that first they can't get the booster, but also that they don't feel quite good. Kind of sucked. Like, I was this close and it went sideways. Sorry. Wow, that was gross. Oh, cats are so stupid. Oh my god. The poor cat getting pummeled is like, oh my god, oh no! I'm so sorry! My dog finally learned how to snuggle. Oh, that's great. I'm noticing with the last two people I know who got dogs that the snuggling doesn't necessarily come early on. Oh no, what happened to that cat? Oh no, it's balloons! Oh no! Ah, dude, it's been awful for that though. Winter with everything being more dry because of the heaters being on. We keep electrocuting the cats with static shocks. When it comes to actually she's sleeping, she still sleeps like a dead contortionist on her back next to the cold window. Yeah, well, she likes the cold. That's not surprising. The cold is her thing. That's her jam. We have this amazing brush for the stairs and it just statics hair up like magic. Ooh! Decided to use it on Bear and he can sympathize with Sparkies. She's much more manageable today than she was yesterday. Took her out to chase a ball in the snow. Yeah, that's a good... You gotta burn that energy up somehow. Snow is great for that because it offers a lot of resistance. Do you have like super cold temperature, Lee? Over here it's so cold. Oh my gosh. No one touch that dog. Nope, nope, nope. Poor dog. Can you imagine the lightning beam? Bzzz. She's actually pretty chill as long as she had a good walks around. Yeah, that's the way of the puppy. Or the kitten, for that matter. Yeah, it's freezing here too. Hold on, let me check. It's been very cold for a few days. The only sort of saving grace is that I don't think it's actually as cold as they say because there's not a lot of wind. Like if there was a lot of wind, it would be miserable. Oh, it feels like minus 22. Not too bad compared to the recent days. And it's not gonna let up until... Hold on. Okay. Oh no, packing peanuts. Oh, feels like minus 22, not too bad. We've been having stuff like minus 29, minus 30 something. It's been awful. Good news, we have discovered there's a temperature which is too cold for Amber to want to just live full time outside. Bad news, we have discovered there is a temperature too cold for Amber to want. I'm so sad Meatloaf died. Yeah. Like, I didn't know much of him. But I knew enough to... What is it Meatloaf won't do? Well, that. He says it. Ha 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 ha. No one remembers that line, Box of Pain. Hey, Lena! Hi! I'm a big old nerd, but storytelling is my jam in music. So, do you kind of enjoy all the prog rock stuff where the songs are like 27 minutes and they tell a whole story about Lord of the Rings in there? Yeah, Otto's been booted out again. Move, it's lovely. What the heck? It's 8 degrees Celsius. Yeah. Dude, I really have to... I really have to get rid of most of my stuff and move over there. Hubs is about the beat. There are a few songs that I love that never repeat a single line. Wow. I struggle to get words and emotion right, but I think music does a bang up job of it, and it can say the things. Yeah, I agree. I really... I mostly like how it sounds because more often than not I cannot figure out the lyrics right up. But you know, it's a good one if like a couple of hours later you're like all by yourself. Like, dang it, they got me. Beach vibes. I don't know, but beaches are miserable. Like the actual touristy beaches where you get sunburned. Oh my god, the cat in front of the fire. That's a good point, Mikey. Like, it's really hard to fake a reaction to music because it just happens, you know. "10,000 angry sunburned Karen fighting over their 2 inches of territory." Ugh. I've always been fascinated by like the idea of the beaches when it's not the full summer season. Like when we would go to Maine when I was younger, like we would go in the summer or like when it's really hot. So it's the touristy season. You have people everywhere and all that. But I'm like, what's the beach like in the winter? Or like in the fall or in the spring. When we lived in Philly, the winter was always the best time. We got basically the whole thing to ourselves. The dogs got to run and play peaceful and quiet. Ooh, that sounds great. And I'm not getting in water. I can see my feet in. So that was never an issue of feeling like I was missing out by not getting in. I don't get sunburned. Yeah. The stormtrooper would be me, definitely. In the golden shining Glory of winter beach visit. You can just park and go to the beach. Yeah. Yeah, I would go in the sea regardless. Like, the sea in Maine is not particularly translucent. It's a bit murky, especially the deeper you go. I think a bit of it was a kind of escapism in the sense that my parents wouldn't really come swim with me, and my brother was always a bit too young or uninterested. So if I was like, if I was getting too hot under the sun, that's one thing. Or if I was feeling the vibe of like, play with your brother, I would be like, I'm gonna go in the sea, bye. I'm not as interested in swimming anymore. There's a lot of qualities to staying dry. But it will always be beautiful. And fascinating too. Like the huge bodies of water. Went on a pack trip when I was 9 and jumped into a flooded cave pond thing. And my foot caught on some sagebrush. Clear water on the water sands. Oh no. Sorry. Oh my god, that kid. That's you in water? Oh no, how come? Oh no. I'll help you. It's a lot of fun though, I think, to just like wear either rolled up pants or shorts and just walk in the water. I think that's a lot of fun. It's a bit of a thing, like it's really fun to walk around like a any kind of water flow or body of water. Like if I happen to fall in it, well, okay, too bad. Like that would never be on purpose, but it is what it is. But it's just the appeal of like exploring something and checking all the weird stuff that's in the water and all that. I was in no danger, but my image. Oh no. I've never even seen murky ocean water. Meaning that you've only seen clear one or just no seawater at all? It's like when I watch the videos of the scuba diving guys who go check out the bottom of any kind of water area and they go with metal detectors and look out for lost items that they can hopefully return. Like, that looks like a lot of fun. Like, you're deeper in the water, there's no one around you really to freaking annoy you. I just don't... I remember as a kid in Maine, my parents had taught me how to say, I don't speak English, in phonetics. And like sometimes other kids would try to come and like play with me in the water, which is fine. But I couldn't understand, so I would try to say phonetically I don't speak English. And I remember I think one kid once answered something like well, yeah, you do. And they looked really confused, and I was just like, get me out of here. Cave diving. No claustrophobic diving. Like, that's just nonsense. That's nightmarish. I grew up in Southeast Florida, so lots of ocean experience, but I've never seen murky seawater. I never do. Well, maybe murky is not the proper word. I don't remember what's the sea like in Florida. Are people really selling? They're selling seawater. Oh my gosh. I watch videos that's start with such and such went cave diving in the most dangerous cave and they died. And I'm like, yeah, that's gonna happen. I think the same thing when I watch people who go mountain climbing. You always get to this point where they're like, there's the situation where someone says, oh, but the weather is kind of getting bad and you're a bit late. And the group is like, no, we'll be fine. No, don't say that. I can't really find a good photo of the water itself, but it's a bit like the deeper you get, at some point you can't see your feet anymore. Like, it's not completely clear water. But if you go like in shallow enough, it's gonna look clear enough, but like there's still particle and stuff in it. I don't know if that makes sense. I used to take half an hour before you need to stare at the flames. It's basically like watching a bowl of miso. It's only clear furniture too. Just gotta throw some stuff. Yuck! It's the worst miso in the world. Oh no. I feel bad because I should feel sympathy and feel bad that someone died. Yeah. I understand that. It's always a bit like... It's a shame they died, but then again, why? Why was that imperative? It is not an impulse, I understand. For me, it's spelunking videos that I try not to watch. Like when they crawl through the really narrow spaces. I'm like, nope. No thanks. Otto, or anyone in chat, have you ever experienced the, you know, the capsule hotels or cabins? You know what I mean? Like the really, really small travel cabins. Hey, Melissa, hi! If something is called the birth canal in a cave, I just don't go through. Did it once, that's enough. Same. Oh no, like I need to be able to stand at least and see a clear exit, please. Please, 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 please. No, not the proper capsule hotels in Japan. They kind of look terrifying, to be honest. So I was wondering if anybody had experienced them and sort of has first-hand experience of it. I once stayed in a hotel with little 2-level cabins, but every level was just the bedroom plus bath. There's always single-sex floors, so we can't stay together. Oh no! It sucks. I threatened to only book those for a trip to Japan, and Clive was like, good luck with that. Nope. No thanks. Yeah, Otto can see the chat. Yeah, YouTube is being really, really silly with that. Oh, out of curiosity, Otto, did you receive your Patreon letter? Wait, distracted Otto is doing a brush series? Yes, yes, yes! Oh, that's fine. I was just curious to know if it had reached you yet. Like, the only thing I'm a bit nervous about these rewards is that I don't know how well the this combination of mediums travels. I'm glad it has reached you. Yay! Came on Thursday, it traveled perfectly. Oh, yes! Thank you! What a relief! These paintings you're doing so much. Oh, thank you so much, Melissa! Thinking I may do some bookmark size to donate to all. Oh, that's lovely. If you want the fun drama, there was the stuff like Clive going in and telling my lecturer they clearly hadn't been in the field for a long time, nor could they write. Ouch! Dang! Back from lunch to... That's fine, Jellybean. I hope it was good. But also thought a jerk a valuable lesson had group project and turned into them and us, and ended with one of them writing some pretty terrible... Oh. Of course, my... Well, that's... Like, my kind of take on that kind of situation is that it's not about being like someone else or being as beautiful or whatever. It's just giving it your personal touch. Like, it's something I really struggle with, but I feel like if you can sort of look at a process or look at a final result and be like, I really like some aspects of this, and then identify which ones you want to tweak to be more like you, that's when it gets really good. You kind of need to move your goal into an area where it's not about comparing it to someone else's stuff. Have a good lunch, April. Ouch, box of paint. God, I hate group projects. Like, you should be allowed to opt out if you never intend on working with people. Oh, I agree. I don't think group projects are they're never the ones where someone does really good in them. Hey, Nicole! I had to take the wild animal outside. And I could have had them arrested. Jeez. Many of the strokes you make look like little hearts. I agree. It's bothering me a bit because I feel like I'm always doing that same shape. So I try to keep in mind to vary it a bit at times. But also it reminds me of a puppy. Core palette, yes, with a couple of modifications. I switched out 3 colors for 3 other colors. I don't know if that's in, that's probably not in frame. So that's the original palette, and that's the current one. I think I had better paper for this swatch than this one. The colors are pretty flat on this paper. Paintings look like butterflies morphing into flowers. Oh, I like that. That's lovely. Dave Justin, hi there. Hey, Dave. Quick update from last week. Lightly molded some PB15 and got some texture. So very pleased with that tip. Thank you. Awesome. Yeah, it's a bit tricky with pigments like olive tallows because there's a soft spot in the molding process where you don't want the pigment to lift from the paper, but it might stay lumpy for a long time. Introverts returning home after 2 hours of socializing. That's really relatable. Oh man. Is that coarse turquoise? Yeah, I think it's cobalt turquoise, the color, cobalt teal. That's indigo and that's permanent scarlet. I think permanent scarlet, especially the one from Core, and any kind of cobalt teal that has good granulations, I think those are 2 of my favorite colors. I kind of feel like I always need them somewhere in a palette. Or I kind of feel like it's more limiting when I don't have them. I feel like I have to work harder to get results and I'm like, oh yeah, that's good. Like, no, I can't rely on the easy colors that look good without you doing anything to them. But then again, I ended up talking on mic with some people only. So that's not quite the same. I feel like online like relationships are very good for introvert people because you have a bit more control on how you manage it. Like if you need a break, you can either say like, be right back, or if you're on talking to people, you can say, oh, I'll be right back in a few. And especially with something like Discord, like you can have it on your phone and with a headset or a mic and earphones, and you can walk around doing stuff anyway, which is not quite the same as socializing in person. You still have a bit more control on your environment then, and I feel it's less draining than going out. And like going out has so many elements that will eat up your energy, like getting there, commuting, driving. If you're home, that's kind of easier. Yeah, that's kind of like what I was saying. Like, we talk every day, but it's through DMs. So if one of us is taking a nap, or if one of us is busy or dealing with something, it's just like we kind of have figured this out since the beginning, that the other person will see the message when they see the message, so it's fine. Like, mines are easier to find topic. Hold on, let me catch up on chat. The group work idea was great. We were all on different degrees and basically came up with the product, and everyone was supposed to do their real world job. But it felt so terribly and so many flags to people that it was an issue. Like, mines are easier to find topics you can rant about. That sounds nightmarish, to be honest. I've been loving Quinn Coral and Cobalt Turquoise lately. Yeah, Quinn Coral is kind of close to Permanent Scarlet. I think it's a slightly different in hue, but for all intents and purposes, it's kind of similar. And they make beautiful mixes together. Like slightly muted purple with granulation. Love it. Also have the super granulating dot card. So, oh, awesome! Are you in the UK, Dave? Because how did you get it so fast? Yeah, I don't get tired from talking to y'all usually, and when I am, I just don't. It's the best. Yeah, exactly. And if you get tired, you can say like, "Oh, guys, it's been fun, but I gotta go take a break." And I think everyone will understand. Like, that's not like, you can't really do that if you're visiting someone. Like, "Oh, I'm tired of talking to you, so I'll go take a break." So what do? You go in the next room. Like, mines are easier to find topics you can rant about and not have the actual worry that you're renting. I agree. I think it's one of the most things I appreciate the most about renting is when you find someone who will just fully endorse the renting and take part in it, even if you go over the same things a couple of times and it's just like nonsense and exaggeration. That's so cathartic. Anyone else, if they get in touch more than once a week, I'll be like, "Get away from me!" Although I do sometimes blow up F1 for attention and be like, Well, that's fine, because I'm kind of bad at this. I'm of an older generation. No, I didn't grow up with a phone in my hand like that. And I still trip into the fact that, like, a thing like this will set you back a significant amount of dollar. And I don't tend to carry it with me all the time. It's like when I go out, I'm like, well, I'm just going for a small walk. I don't want to like bring this along and risk anything happening to it, you know. So that's why sometimes I don't have my phone next to me, and I miss out on the phone blowing up. But yeah. Also, Alex pulled up her case file and gave me the full rundown on that weird side puppet account. Oh my gosh, she has a case file. Yep, I live 10 minutes from Jackson's in London. Whoa, that sounds dangerous. So I'm glad you were able to get the dot card. That's really exciting. I need to check it up a bit. I saw that they had the pans and the tubes, but it's completely out of my budget for now. One day, at some point, I'll be able to try them, but looking forward to it. But if one of us starts with, "So, listen, pull a chair." Oh yeah, and also another one is like, "Okay, so," you know, with these 4 letters that something good is about to be told. Mostly screenshot and logs, but she calls her case study. Yeah, I mean, I think the name is absolutely perfect for it. It's really nice to find a group of people that you can go like, I'm so exhausted. Like I went to the drugstore and there were so many people, and it was like super exhausting, and like they get it. Instead of people being like, well, okay. Like, no, people, too many people. Like you said, the dots are very small. Yeah, schminke are, what's the word I'm looking for? Like Scrooge. They're misers for their dot cards. They will plop down the tiniest dots and you can barely paint around the dot to see what it looks like. Okay, so, or I need to rant. Yeah, some juicy stuff is coming up. I'm a terrible influence though, because I'll be like, did you punch them in the face? Or you know, to take out the gif that goes, do you want me to kill them? We humans need social interaction, but we introverts need to be able to rest from the stress expectation we mostly put on ourselves. Yeah. And I don't like it when internet or like online interactions are sort of dismissed. Because I'm like, how are they not just as good? Even though I did grow up with phones and the internet, I don't have my phone on me usually. When I don't need it, I leave that shit at home. When people need me, they can write on it. Oh yeah, stingy. That's a good word. I think that might have been what I was looking for. Schminke are one of my fav, but they're really stingy on the dot cards. Yeah. You may color in this square around the blob. No more! Hey, Okuni! You made it just in time, because I don't think I will be streaming for much longer. Yep, that gif. Want me to kill them? It's just so funny. It's so over the top. Sorry. Love you and leave you guys, but my brother just came in to watch the rest of Iron Man. Oh, that's awesome! Have a good time, Mikey. I'm really looking forward to locating my UV pocket light again so I can try it on this. Like neon colors, phosphorescent colors, or something that I kept with me from the 90s and forever. So if I could find a way to use phosphorescent stuff and like the result, I would be so happy. Dang it. I regularly write letters to my friend in Sweden. Oh, that's cool. We both got vintage typewriter and it's always so nice. Oh, that's really cool. Oh my gosh, the cat. Oh boy. John Wick. Aw, Keanu. That gif is better when it's 1 minute past supper time and I'm still on the sofa. Oh no. You know when the cat comes over and you're pretty sure that in its cat brain it goes and it stares at you. You're like, oh no. Well, do you guys have any more question or stuff that you want to talk about before we log this off? I'll go stretch and just like walk around a bit. And I really need to finish cleaning up and locating this stupid light. Typewriters make so much noise though. I have severely underestimated that. When I'm in my room typing, you can hear it downstairs. Is it as like a mechanical keyboard or is it worst? I had to feed the cats in a different room because Clive was on with the big wigs and Bear went on a serial tantrum. You posted such a lovely picture of Bear recently. He's such a majestic cat with all his floof. Oh, and Emmy! How is Emmy doing? Sorry. Roommate is afraid the Marmalade Boys are going to do that. Oh. So you have your own little jorts. Okay. One final question. Has anyone tried the Wallace Seymour granulation white paint? It's a good question, but I think that, as far as I can tell, Wallace Seymour is kind of hard to find outside of the UK. She's fantastic. I'm sure her hair gets longer in the winter. Oh, that's so sweet. Does she get floofier? I'll drop a pic in the server. It used to be my grandpa's, who was a chain smoker, so it reeks of smoke and old people. That's kind of cool though. Like if it was a random old people, that might be a bit weird, but since it's your grandpa, that's kind of has a story to it. I know what you mean in smoking old people. My grandpa was smoking forever. And it's like I kind of remember that smell. Smell of smoke, tobacco, and old people. Okay, thank you. I will try. I'm intrigued by it. Yeah, that's a really interesting paint. Like the only places I've been able to see Wallace Seymour paints offered were I think it was like Cornelison's and the Wallace Seymour website. Not even sure Jackson's has it. Alright guys. Well, we should have another live stream next week. Hopefully. Smells so... So yeah, I will again try to prepare the event in the Discord because that seems to be quite fun, and it will be here too. Nope, not at Jack's. Yeah, that's what I kind of remembered. They're very niche. Don't smoke. It's getting old. I don't think we can avoid it. Alright guys, have a great weekend and see y'all next time. Thank you so much for being patient with me in the beginning when I had some technical issues. And yeah, we will see each other next one. If there's ever anything you want me to talk about or do during the live streams, you can leave suggestions in the Discord or in the comments or wherever. But yeah. Alright, thank you so much guys. Have a great weekend. Bye bye. I can find Langton Prestige. Did you check Jackson's, Nicole? What's that cologne you're wearing? Tiger Balm and Asper Cream. Antiphlogistin, I think we call it here. Alright, bye guys.